So I could tell you that I became a multi-millionaire while driving supercars, flying private jets, and surrounded by luxury. But the truth is, that would be a complete lie, or at the very least, a partial lie. You see, too many high income professionals are falling into this trap of wanting to look rich instead of actually being wealthy. So if your goal is to look wealthy rather than be wealthy, this video isn't for you. So if you actually want to build true wealth the halal way, without riba, without scams, without wasting decades, then listen closely. Inshallah, this is going to benefit you massively. Because there are 7 things that you must stop buying if you ever want to reach that dream of being work optional and having that time freedom. The first thing is owning a house or buying a house to live in far too early. Buying a house to live in, it sounds like a smart idea, but for many, it's one of the biggest cash traps. Because what happens is that people think that, oh, yes, I need to get in the property ladder, I need to own a home. And it's a good idea, obviously, but a house that you live in is not an asset because it's costing you money. It's costing you maintenance. It's costing you taxes, landlord taxes. It's costing you insurance. It's costing you new roofs and windows and damp proofing and all this kind of stuff. All of these expenses are liabilities that are costing you money. And I'm telling you, if you add up all of those costs over the long term, you might actually not even make any capital growth, any money when your property goes up in value over the long term because you're constantly paying for all of these ridiculous expenses associated with owning a home that you thought would be an asset to you. So what it does is it locks up capital that you could have otherwise invested in halal income producing assets. So unless you're house hacking or renting part of it out, focus on growing your capital first because your dream home can and will come later, inshallah. But you need to prioritize investing now and not putting down a huge deposit. And most of these are going to be through mortgages, paying huge amounts of interest, potentially paying 2 or 3 times the value of the property by the end period of your mortgage. That does not sound appealing to me. 2, the latest technology. So upgrading to the newest iPhone or gadget just to stay current is a silent drain on your wealth, okay? So buy tools when they genuinely improve your ability to earn or invest, not to impress, all right? Number 3, investments you don't understand. The virus of 4 years ago showed us how easily people gamble on things they barely research. If you can't clearly explain how something like an investment makes money or an asset, and if it's 100% halal, you shouldn't be investing into it at all. You shouldn't be putting even a penny into it because it's going to end up costing you a lot more money. I have seen people lose so much money from investing without knowledge compared to if they'd just done a basic level of research or a basic program teaching them how to understand financial fundamental analysis of assets. Just do the research, understand how to invest properly with clear strategy, and don't go into it like a civilian because your friend told you that this is an investment that's going to go up to the moon and you're going to be a millionaire after a couple of months. Listen, stop being stupid. Don't be a civilian. And number 4, expensive relationships. When you're building your foundation, stay focused. Constant gifts and trips and lifestyle spending for a partner when you're not financially ready is going to slow your path to freedom so quickly. So build first, then enjoy with the right spouse who shares your vision. If you want me to do a separate video on how to choose a good spouse who's going to be good for you in your deen, in your life, in your finances, let me know in the comments because I am very well qualified to help you with that area. And number 5, a brand new car. New cars drop 20% in value the moment you drive them off the lot. So buy quality used cars that have already absorbed majority of that depreciation and redirect the savings into assets that grow instead. This is simple. This is bare bones stuff that you can implement and it's going to massively financially improve your situation. Number 6 is impulse purchases, flash sales, designer hype, unnecessary subscriptions, extended warranties. They chip away at your investment capital. Train yourself to pause and think, is this purchase going to take me closer to becoming work optional? It reminds me of a funny cartoon in a newspaper a while back where a man's wife comes back from the shops and she's bought tons of random stuff, clothes and food and gadgets, and her husband's standing there thinking, what, how much have you spent on all of this? And she just simply says, there were so many sales on. Do you realize how much I've saved you? Reality, yeah, savings are good if you needed to buy those things in the first place, but don't get caught up in endless sales thinking that you're saving money when you're buying things that you didn't need to buy, okay? And finally, number 7, harmful spending habits. You see, for Muslims, avoiding alcohol, intoxicants, gambling, and interest, which is a lot more difficult, which is a lot more sneaky, which sneaks into your lifestyle without you realizing, like credit cards and mortgages and buying sofas in installment plans, interest-based installment plans. The obvious things are a given, but this principle needs to extend to any purchase, any expense that harms your health, your clarity, or productivity. Because the fastest way to fall behind financially is to dull your mind and waste your energy on things that are taking you away from your goals and your focus in life. In closing, if you remove these 7 drains from your life and you redirect that capital into halal investments, you're going to be shocked at how fast you move forward towards being work optional. First of all, let me remind you what that means. Being work optional means that you have the options, you have the choices of when to work, how much to work, what kind of work that you do. That is the definition of being work optional. When you can retire, when you can stop working, you'll have all of those options. So if you are serious about achieving that goal of becoming work optional within the next few years and you make 6 figures a year, I've put 2 links in the description to help you further. The first link is my Halal Capital Club. This is my free Telegram community where I teach Muslim professionals how to build halal wealth and achieve their freedom figure. If you don't know what my freedom figure is, we discuss this in the Halal Capital Club and in some of my previous videos. And number 2 is my private inner circle mentorship, where my team and I will personally help you, educate you, build you a system that works to help you achieve that goal of becoming work optional in the next few years. So, if you're serious, you're well-intentioned, you're coachable, you're good, and you're motivated to learn how to do all of these things and achieve everything that you've ever thought possible, then the links are below. Inshallah, I will speak to you on a call very, very soon if you qualify, and I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.